Going green seems to be the buzzword of this generation. Car manufacturers such as Tesla, Nissan, Toyota, Chevrolet, BMW, Smart, and Mitsubishi all make electric vehicles. Now, as a general rule, perhaps driven by the state-of-the-art marketing campaigns, these cars are seen as the clean solution. However, in reality, electric cars can be substantially more harmful to the environment than conventional cars. The manufacturing process, combined with the fact that the U.S. power to charge these cars is generated by burning coal and fossil fuels, has a devastating impact on the environment. As a representative of a global manufacturer of heating, air conditioning, and power generation equipment, which places a strong value on sustainability, I have studied the direct and indirect effects products have on the environment. When all factors are considered, these electric and green alternatives are at least 2 times more devastating to the environment than their fossil fuel counterparts. Now, I would not expect you to rely on my words alone on such an important topic, but I will reference other experts to substantiate my claims. What I'd like to do now is share with you my findings so you can make an educated decision on this topic before lending your support to one view or the other. It's important to remember that marketing campaigns often leave out the undesirable items that accompany new technology and trends. To start with, electric vehicles use nickel hydride and lithium-ion batteries. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, nickel is a human carcinogen, and improperly disposing of these batteries poses an environmental hazard. But where do we get the materials to build these batteries? Well, in our effort to build a more eco-friendly car, we are destroying ecosystems around the world by strip mining. Strip mining, also known as mountaintop removal, literally means the actual removal of the mountain top. First, the land is bulldozed and dynamited to expose the bedrock and coal. And then the materials are stripped from the earth, leaving behind enormous amounts of toxic sludge and slurry called overburden, which can eventually seep its way into drinking water supplies. This process not only destroys the mountain, it also increases soil erosion and destroys wildlife. Ecosystems are decimated, and many species of animal life disappear from this process, and to quote Professor Stroman, there is an increased potential for acid rain, airborne particulate matter, smog, human toxicity, ecosystem toxicity, and depletion of fossil fuel and mineral resources. He went on to say electric vehicles constantly perform worse or on par with modern internal combustion engine vehicles, despite their virtually zero emissions during operation. And it has been proven that the global warming potential from electric vehicle production is about twice that of conventional vehicles. His report also says, with electric car production being so damaging to the environment, these cars have already polluted a great deal by the time they hit the road. Okay, so you may be thinking that the harmful effects of electric vehicles are limited to the manufacturing process, but let me assure you, it's not. We also have to consider the charging process. Throughout the U.S., the largest portion of electrical power used to power our homes, and in turn charge our electric cars, is generated from the burning of coal or fossil fuels. Just because you're plugging your car into power doesn't mean you're automatically using clean energy. Different cities and states produce electric power through different energy sources. If your city or state's power grid is fueled with coal or oil, you may end up emitting as much or more pollution than a traditional vehicle in order to power your car. So now let's talk about life cycle analysis. The battery warranty on electric cars averages 8 to 10 years. And I've heard it estimated that battery replacement will vary in ranges starting around $10,000. So think about what will happen when these batteries start to die. Will they be replaced? Or will we simply replace the entire vehicle because of the attractiveness of a whole new warranty? If we're throwing away the entire vehicle, think of the volumes of mass waste that produces. Combine that with the toxicity of the batteries themselves, and we're left with trying to determine the lesser of two evils, both greatly polluting our planet. With all of this information in mind, let me share with you Professor Stroman's thoughts. A more significant reduction in global warming could potentially be achieved by increasing fuel efficiency or shifting from petrol to diesel. If you are considering purchasing an electric vehicle for its environmental benefits, first check your electricity source, and secondly, look closely at the warranty on the batteries. Now, please don't consider me a doomsdayer, or that I'm unwilling to embrace change. By no means am I saying we should revert back to horse and buggy, or move or live in a cave. But we need to consider other alternatives before mass producing a product that is more harmful than helpful. After all, we remember the epic failure of asbestos and styrofoam food packages, just to name a few. There are other alternatives that need to be researched and tested so we can make sure we're leaving our children and our children's children with a sustainable future.